evening, everyone. Very quickly, before we get officially started with everything, the bride and groom would like to request that all phones, picture-taking devices, anything of that ilk is turned off or silenced or put away, please. As you can see, we have professional photographers who will be taking pictures of everything. So if you would like pictures, you can follow up afterwards with the newlyweds.
Watching the night sky, or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're leaving yours.
First of all, welcome everyone. Austin and Lexi would like to thank you all for coming to share in this special day. They appreciate all the travel arrangements, the time you've given them to be here, to have people you care about and come from nearly every corner of the states is a great blessing, and they're very grateful to have so many loved ones and friends present. This celebration is made all the more meaningful by your presence. May this ceremony serve to create unforgettable memories that can be cherished for the rest of your days. So I've been asked to tell a story or recall a memory about Austin and Lexi's relationship as it's grown over the years since I was there when they first met. and was present through most of the early days. But the truth of the matter is that there are so many wonderful memories that I genuinely had trouble deciding on just one. So I'm not going to give just one. I remember the first time, Lexi, that you met Mom and Dad and how we all went to the Kennedy Space Center. Lexi, I don't think I've ever seen you as nervous since. I know our family is tightly knit and admittedly a little crazy at times, which can make it hard for newer members of our circle to feel integrated because it's a little intimidating. But you took it in stride, and I know there's still a great picture from our time there. I remember countless nights where the three of us would spend time at our friend Nick's place. There was one night in particular we all had a cookout and a barrel bonfire. We drank beer and grilled corn and burgers as Nick very joyously burned all of his manager clothing from Panera. Austin, I still remember the day you asked me if Lexi could move in with us. And you were so kind to think of me, but the truth is, I could see how in love you were, and I would never have said no, even if I had been uncertain at the time, which I wasn't. The way you talked about how invested you were in the relationship told me all I needed to know. I remember the many nights of Mario Kart. Nick, Lexi, and I would constantly joke about how it was always a battle for second place because Austin was nearly unbeatable.
Every time.
So many frustrated screams and jokes and drinking at your winning expense as we watched everybody crash. I remember when Lulu came home and how happy it made you, Austin. It made me really happy. And I remember how I used to joke about how being the Orlando Humane Society for a while because you had brought so many critters with you.
It still happens.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
I remember when Maple came home, Lexi, and how happy it made you because Austin could see how much you wanted a dog of your own. And he wanted to help you get one, even though you had a chinchilla and a cat and a lizard and a hamster and fish and holy crap, you had a lot of animals.
Yeah.
I remember being stunned that both of you were going on vacation to your mom's in Vegas, leaving me behind with the brand new puppy I had no idea was going to be there for a week, only after getting back from my friend's wedding. I'm not going to let you two forget that one. Okay. I remember the many, many, many nights we would spend at Prado or the mornings at Johnny's Diner. I remember how much fun both of you had taking Maple and Lulu to the dog park, and one particularly funny picture of Maple with her face absolutely covered in mud that I think still exists to this very day. I remember nights cooking in. I remember you both cozied up on the couch or in the papasan. I remember weathering Hurricane Irma. I remember Christmases spent together, and though I always felt that I was comfortable, happy, and welcome, I remember most watching the home that I was in become more and more yours. I remember so very many things about those early years that no matter how hard I tried, there was no way I could pinpoint a single memory to showcase how much you two loved each other. But I think that's what's most amazing about you two, is that because I believe in love in its truest form as a story. I know it may sound a little cliche, but it's not just one moment. It's hundreds, hopefully thousands of moments and memories, all woven together over your time together. So, since I was lucky enough to be there and see your stories entwined from the beginning, I'm grateful that I can recall pieces of your story here today to share with your friends and your family, so that they can have even a fraction of the knowledge of your love that I was fortunate enough to have seen firsthand. I'm honored to have witnessed the origins of your love story. Well, it's a well-known fact to anyone who knows me that I am an extremely heavy sleeper. But when I do finally wake up in the mornings, particularly on days off, one of the things I like to do is wake slowly to the sounds of home. And that's what the little place at Oak Reserve was. It was a home. I could hear your quiet conversations around the house with your laughter. I could hear all the daily frustrations and how through it all you continued to support each other. I could see the smiles and happiness in each other's presence. And I could tell that there was a lot of passion in every dish that you were cooking that I very fortunately got to mooch off of most of the time. I could feel the love you had for each other because it absolutely permeated every inch of the 900 square foot apartment that you both got to call your first home together. And every moment since, I've watched your love grow. I, and I'm sure everyone else present here today, couldn't possibly be happier for you both as we finally get to watch you be joined as husband and wife. You both share an amazing bond of love, trust, and support. By being here today, you acknowledge this bond further, and with this in mind, I would like to now invite you both to share your vows that you've written for one another. Austin, would you like to go first?
I would. I like to think I'm a man of convictions, a man of integrity and virtue. Yet 8 years ago, I broke a promise I made to myself when I was 24, to never work for Panera Bread ever again. They had been good to me, and I to them. We just had nothing in common or nothing to give one another anymore. But then, 2 years later, I broke that promise. And I went back to Panera Bread, broke, jobless. Little did I know, Panera had one more thing left to give me. Little did I know, this broken promise would change my life forever. So with a great deal of personal resentment, I started working for Panera Bread again. And I worked for a few months before taking a much needed vacation around New Year's. I had a nice time, I got away, but while I was away, I privately made a fresh and simple resolution, a new promise, to find happiness. Then in the new year of January 2016, I returned to work, and it seemed Mother Bread was listening. A beautiful young girl had been hired during my absence. This girl wasn't like the others. This girl rode a moped in the rain and played Pokemon. This girl let me invade the contents of her purse for far longer than even I thought was appropriate. How deep will she let me go? I used to remember wondering. This girl, whose apartment better resembled the terrarium section at a PetSmart than a place where actual people live. This girl was shy to most, but hid infinitely more underneath. More than I could imagine. That's where our story began, and as we fell in love, a new promise formed in my mind. Simple in language, but immense in meaning. To love you more. I love you more is a common endearment that I use in our house. Not more in the sense of competition, but more in learning how deep the purse goes. More in how many terrariums still remain at PetSmart. More in how that girl in the rain became the woman of my dreams. Quite simply, you amaze me. How you change, how you grow, how you've made my promise impossible to break. The promise of happiness and to love you more, because there's always more to love. Breaking that first promise may have changed my life, but it's changed tenfold keeping this one. It's made me a better man, and it's held me to my convictions. This is my vow, to always love you more, because you've never stopped being here. And loving you the same would simply fall short. I vow to love you more, because that's what it truly means to love somebody forever. What you were, what you are, what you have yet to be. I swear to it all. More than anything. Even if that means going back to Panera Bread.
Lexi, your turn.
Oh my gosh, Austin. I can't believe that we are finally standing up here and doing this. But before we start, I have to ask you one question. Are you sure you want to do this?
We're good.
I know that when we first met, I told you that I didn't think that this day would ever come for me. But am I glad I was wrong. I am so happy that the person I am choosing to spend my life with is the person who always makes me feel safe. The one who always makes me feel confident. The partner who always makes me feel like I can do anything I set my mind to. The friend who will always push me to achieve my dreams, even if they're unrealistic. And to the spouse that will always support my hobbies, no matter how short-lived they really are. I promise to be your navigator, even if I get us a little lost sometimes, or I point left and I say right. I promise to be your best friend and your wife. I promise to always honor our love and to cherish you through all of our adventures in life, no matter where we go.
Will the ring bearers please bring the rings up to the bride and groom? Exchange the rings. Austin and Lexi, please join hands. Austin, under the eyes of the universe, do you take Lexi to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you vow to offer unconditional love and support to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lexi, under the eyes of the universe, do you take Austin to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you vow to offer unconditional love and support him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Austin, please repeat after me. I, Austin,
I, Austin,
give you, Lexi,
give you, Lexi,
my unwavering love and dedication.
my unwavering love and dedication.
Everything that I am is yours,
Everything that I am is yours,
and all that you are I shall cherish.
and all that I am, you shall cherish.
Lexi, please repeat after me. I, Lexi,
I, Lexi,
give you, Austin,
give you, Austin,
my unwavering love and dedication.
my unwavering love and dedication.
Everything that I am is yours,
Everything that I am is yours,
and all that you are I shall cherish.
and all that you are, I shall cherish. There you go. I was like,
By the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and by the state of Florida, I happily pronounce you husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at the conclusion of the ceremony. I now present to you, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Principe.
Well, you done me, you bet I'm melted. Trying to beat you, but you're so hot that I'm melted.